Alright, I hope it's set up. We got only one more minute to go. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, now where's that damn link? Alright, post. Alright, keep that working. Now to post it. Gotta hurry up. It's gonna be probably any moment now. Gotta refresh. Alright. Now that's taken care of. Alright, let's see it. Time up. 2, 1. Well, everybody, for the third year in a row, I am going to do a reaction to the 2018 NFL schedule being released, as it's now just turned 8 p.m. now, as I'm starting to refresh the page now, waiting for it to be released. As someone, this is the third year in a row I'm doing it, but this is the first time I'm actually streaming. The last 2 times, I did the video and then posted up like a half an hour later when it was all done and such. So I am looking forward to the schedule being released. Waited the last couple months for this, and now it's going to finally come down to this, as we're just waiting for the thing to be released. Oh, that's okay. It's top 18, so the schedule's not released yet. Maybe we'll go on the page. Okay, it's still showing 2017. Because it did say 2000. Let's see the games for London. See what times they were and such. Because we know that Seahawks. We already knew Seahawks and Raiders at 1. Okay. Oh, they have Titans at Jaguars. Titans at Chargers first, and then it's the Eagles at Jaguars. Good, both at 9:30. Because I really want to see Eagles at Jaguars so badly. I so wish they did not put that in London, because I want it to be the Monday night game this year. But of course, I don't get that opportunity. But hey, at least I'll be able to hopefully see it. There are a whole bunch of games I'm looking forward to. Hey, Dolphins updated their logo. Let's see it now, because they said they were going to do it sometime recently. Schedule doesn't look. On the uniform doesn't really seem that much different. I'm looking for the logo though, like it said. And it's not. It's just saying this uniform, not the logo like it said before. Jaguars feel new, old school. Look what the. Oh, they're bringing back the old uniforms, huh? Nice. Hopefully, it's not gonna be no bullshit like they do color rush on Thursday nights. As we're still waiting for the schedule to be released. Could have swore I remember it saying on I got the tweet it was on NFL Mobile. I found out the schedule is going to be released today. Let me go check on. Well, it's saying NFL Mobile that's here we go. This must be it. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the schedule. Oh, it's just showing the NFC East. I don't want that. I want the actual schedule itself, not by team by team. Maybe we're going. Here we go. All right. So week 1. Hey, the Falcons at Eagles. Just what I was hoping for. The rematch of the divisional round game and the matchup between the 2 NFC champions last year. I'm looking forward to that. So let's see the rest of week 1. Bills at Ravens again. Another week in a row. 2 years. The second time in 3 years I got to start off week 1. That's a little odd. Then Jaguars at Giants. That would be interesting. Buccaneers at Saints. That would be kind of interesting. Texans at Patriots, because for all of you who don't know, Albert Breer, who is a journalist over the NFL Network, actually tweeted out earlier today, supposedly releasing the entire Patriots schedule. Now, I wasn't going to talk about it until I see the schedule myself, since I don't fully trust it or not, so I wanted to wait and see. But that did say Patriots were hosting the Texans the first week, it seems, so that seems to be true. After that, 49ers at Vikings. That'll be interesting to see how Garoppolo does against that number 1 defense. Titans at Dolphins. Bengals at Colts. Steelers at Browns. And we get to the 4 p.m. games. Chiefs at Chargers. Ooh, Seahawks at Broncos. That's not that first rematch, but hey, that'll be the first time they're going to Denver after their Super Bowl win. That'll be interesting. Ooh, Cowboys at Panthers. That'll be interesting, although I'm kind of surprised they did a 4 p.m. game. Redskins at Cardinals. What? Again? Bears at Packers Sunday. Oh, God. I can't believe they did this again. The Bears and Packers, another primetime game. Guys, how do you not realize this has been since 2011 they've done this? The Bears suck when they go to Lambeau Field. Why have this a primetime game? This is a lopsided. It's not even really a rivalry anymore because it's so fucking lopsided. Why fucking do this? What a terrible first Sunday night game of the year. That is awful. They should have never done that. Oh god, I was so because I've ripped them the last 3 years now of doing scheduling Bears at Packers during a nighttime game. Stop doing it. The matchups are terrible. So after that, Jets at Lions Monday night. What were they smoking to consider that? The Jets, yeah, they overachieved what we all thought, but they still suck. And the Lions aren't necessarily really that good either, so I don't know why on earth you'd pick that. And then the Rams at Raiders for the West Coast Monday night game. That would be interesting. Sucks I won't be able to really see it since that won't be till 10:20 p.m. for us. And won't until like 1 in the morning for me. But then again, I've been staying up till like 1 in the morning a lot more frequently than I used to like last year. So maybe I would be able to see the rest of it. So, I love the first game of the year. First kickoff game. I do not like the Sunday night game at all, though. And that first Monday night game. That makes no sense whatsoever. And of course, oh, that's right, too. I forgot, too. The Bills, maybe they'll give the Ravens some thank you from helping them get to the playoffs because of their debacle last year. And now we get to the first Thursday night game. Ravens at Bengals. Maybe it should have been at the Ravens since that game was close and that was really a nail-biter and that sealed the season for the Ravens. Whereas, remember, the Ravens last year, they shut out the Bengals that time during the season. So I don't know why they would pick at the Bengals instead of that. And also, second year in a row, the Bengals did the first first Thursday night game of the year. Unbelievable. Panthers at Falcons, a rematch from last one's week 1 game. That'll be interesting. Colts at Redskins, Texans at Titans, Eagles at Buccaneers. That could be interesting. Chiefs at Steelers week 2. Oh boy, Chiefs are going to have a tough week this year when they got to go on the road to the Chargers and Steelers. That's not going to be easy for them. Dolphins at Jets. Interesting. Chargers at Bills. That'll be interesting. Vikings at Packers. Now the Packers got shut out last time around, but that was without Aaron Rodgers, so that'll be interesting. Browns at Saints. Funny enough, the Browns hosted the Saints week 2 last time they played in 2014. Then the 4 p.m. games. Lions at 49ers. That'll be interesting. Cardinals at Rams. Patriots at Jaguars. The AFC Championship rematch. That I am definitely looking forward to. That's going to be awesome. Raiders at Broncos. Giants at Cowboys Sunday night. NFL. What are you doing picking this, for God's sake? Do you saw how badly the Cowboys embarrassed the Giants last year? They beat them 19-3 last year when they hosted them. Why do this again, for God's sake? They should have done Patriots and Jaguars instead. That would have been a much better matchup. And then the Monday nighter, Seahawks at Bears. What on earth are they doing? Having the Bears play 2 primetime games to start the season between games that are going to be lopsided as hell. What is it with the Bears that the NFL just keep propping up to us? For fuck's sake, they've lost 10 or more games the last 4 seasons in a row, for crying loud. Why? Why do this? That's embarrassingly bad. They do not deserve the amount of attention that the NFL likes to prop up. Same goes for the Cowboys, too, after terrible last season. So, I do not like the Sunday night game so far this year. Do like the, that Thursday night game can be interesting. Only game I really liked was that second Monday night game and that, kickoff game. Alright, we go over to week 3. And there was, Jets at Browns on Thursday night, because I remember, Albert Breer on Twitter mentioned that, too. That could be interesting, actually, because they are pretty close, even though I doubt anyone's going to be watching that. I know I will. But that would be interesting the Browns need to take a quarterback in the first round. I hope they do. And since the Jets trade up, I'm sure they will, too. So that would be very interesting if they do. We have the 2 rookie quarterbacks going against each other. That would be very interesting. Saints at Falcons. Ooh, that's going to be big in the NFC South. Packers at Redskins. That's been offensive matchups the last 2 times they met. That'll be interesting. Colts at Eagles. I'm sure Aaron's not looking forward to that. Then Bills at Vikings. That can be interesting. Raiders at Dolphins. Rematch from their Sunday night game last year. That'll be quite interesting. Broncos at Ravens. That'll probably be a blowout unless both defenses show up. Bengals at Panthers. Funny enough, the Bengals visited the Panthers in week 3 last time they met in 2010. Then Giants at Texans. Then the Titans at Jaguars. That'll be big matchup between the 2 top teams in the AFC South. 49ers at Chiefs. That could be interesting. Then we get to the 4 p.m. games. The first matchup between the 2 LA teams since they came back. The Chargers at Rams. That's going to be sick. Hopefully an offensive shootout. Cowboys at Seahawks. Bears at Cardinals. Patriots at Lions for Sunday night? Oh my god. Okay, I will be looking forward to Tom Brady shredding that terrible secondary of the Lions defense with their new head coach, who is the Patriots defensive coordinator, and you remember how bad their defense was to start the year. I don't get why they chose this at all. But hey, thank God they didn't choose this for Thanksgiving like they've done the last 3 times when the Patriots visited the Lions. So that's nice to see something else for a change in that. And then the Steelers at Buccaneers. If Jameis Winston could stay healthy, that defense, that offense could actually play good, and that defense gets a little bit better for the Buccaneers, that could be interesting. But I'm not so fully sure about that after they disappointed me so bad last year. All right, now we go over to week 4. Oh, hell yeah. Vikings at Rams. The battle between the #1 offense and defense last year. Oh, shit. I am looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. Even though the Vikings destroyed the Rams when they hosted them last year, now they got to go on the road. That's going to be interesting. Jets at Jaguars. Funny enough, they played each other in week 4 last year, if you remember, although it was in New York. Dolphins at Patriots. Eagles at Titans. Marcus Mariota. And Carson Wentz, if he can stay healthy, that'll be interesting. Texans at Colts. Bills at Packers. They'll get destroyed. Lions at Cowboys. That could be an offensive shootout. Buccaneers at Bears. Bengals at Falcons. Seahawks at Cardinals. Browns at Raiders. Saints at Giants. Really? They made that a 4 p.m. game? And then the 49ers at Chargers. That could be interesting. And oh yes, that finally they got a good Sunday night game. And finally, right off near the beginning of the season, since they never really do that in during the last couple years, the Ravens at Steelers Sunday night week 4. Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that since the Steelers means both those games were comebacks the last 3 years in a row. I'm gonna look forward to that. Oh baby. And then we get to our Monday night game, the Chiefs at Broncos. Now, that was close last year, but, the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs have actually, they actually beat the Broncos 5 times now. They swept them the last 2 years. Oh, boy. I'm not so sure about that, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe Patrick Mahomes could actually play good. That could make it interesting. Then again, I'm going to watch all the games no matter what I can get my hands on. Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, any game I'll get my hands on. And then we get to week 4. Oh, Aaron, you're in a deep load of trouble, even though I knew this was going to be happening. But why Thursday night? Colts at Patriots. The Colts suck when they play the Patriots. And of course, remember, they went 4-12 last year. You're trying to milk that rivalry of the 2000 stuff. But guess what? Peyton's long gone, and the Colts cannot play the Patriots at all. Sorry. That was a terrible idea for Thursday night, especially since we still don't know if Andrew Luck's going to be playing this season yet. So then Titans at Bills, that'll be interesting if the Titans can actually play good, and the Bills can actually improve from their terrible performance last year. They overachieved. Falcons at Steelers. Oh, that's going to be sick. Then the Broncos at Jets. Jaguars at Chiefs. That could be interesting because their 2016 game, although the Jaguars were still terrible, that was very close defensively. Packers at Lions. Ravens at Browns. Giants at Panthers. Dolphins at Bengals. Then we get to the 4 p.m. games. Raiders at Chargers. Cardinals at 49ers. The NFC Championship rematch in Week 5. The Vikings visit the Eagles. Oh, boy. That's going to be quite interesting to see. I wonder if the Vikings will want to get revenge after their shit performance last year. The Rams at Seahawks. That could be big in the NFC West. Let's see if the Seahawks cannot shit the bed last time like they did last year. It was like 41-7 when they hosted for Crown or something embarrassing. The Cowboys at Texans Sunday night. Now, of course, all Texans showdown, yeah. But the Cowboys underperformed and the Texans sucked last year once J.J. Watt, Marshall Darius, Deshaun Watson went down. Are you really that confident that should be Sunday night? Sorry, I don't. But then Monday night, Redskins at Saints. Now, that would be very interesting since, remember, the Saints had to do that huge comeback against the Redskins last year. Only, of course, the problem is no Kirk Cousins, so that probably won't be as interesting, but hopefully that'll be one hell of an offensive juggernaut for Monday night. That'll be great. And then week 6, Eagles at Giants. I'm actually fine with that. That was a very close game last year. Both of them actually were very close. Remember, Giants had to do that huge comeback up in Lincoln Financial Field until the Eagles made that field goal. And the Giants, although they were terrible in near the end of the season, they played really hard against the Eagles, so I'm looking forward to that. Buccaneers at Falcons. That could be interesting. Panthers at Redskins. Seahawks at Raiders. Okay, here we go. The first London game. That'll be quite interesting to see. Colts at Jets. Cardinals at Vikings. Oh, Steelers at Bengals at 1 p.m. Hey, good, the Ravens are playing at time, so maybe I can see it, because, oh boy, we know how much when the Steelers visit the Bengals, how much the Bungles screw it up, and I will be looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll be able to watch it. Then Chargers at Browns. Hey, Chargers. The Browns beat you in 2016. Remember, matter of fact, that's the only last time they won so far was against Chargers, and they almost beat you last year, so don't underestimate them. They can embarrass you again. Bills at Texans. Bears at Dolphins. Then we get to the 4 p.m. games. Rams at Broncos. Ravens at Titans. If both teams' defenses play good, that will be sick. Because I remember growing up back when those two were in the AFC Central. That's going to be sick if they play right. And then the Jaguars at Cowboys. I thought this might have been Sunday night. I would have been loving to see that. Although it's still good to see at 4 p.m. The Chiefs at Patriots Sunday night again? Oh boy. I thought last year was more like just a blowout. Just a terrible performance by the Patriots defense. Remember, the Patriots were actually leading until the fourth quarter, so... Oh boy, I don't think the Chiefs are going to do well in that game. And then the Monday night one. 49ers at Packers. I think that's a lot more faith in Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers than you probably should give them. That could be interesting, though, if the 49ers start off strong. 49ers at Packers. I like a lot of the Sunday night, Thursday night games. I love a lot of the Monday night games. The Sunday night game, the Sunday night games have been very disappointing. Thursday night and Monday night so far have been pretty good. And then we get to week 7, Broncos at Cardinals. Unless, if the Broncos don't fix that offense, this is going to be a shit show, probably between one of the worst teams in each conference. Not probably a good idea. And then we get to the second London game, the Titans at Chargers. That'll be very interesting if the Titans actually could play good. That's the only thing you got to worry about. Bengals at Chiefs. Browns at Buccaneers. Panthers at Eagles. That will be very interesting if Cam actually performs. Vikings at Jets. Lions at Dolphins. Patriots at Bears. Bills at Colts. Texans at Jaguars. Saints at Ravens, 4 p.m. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. I remember that game they had last time in 2010. That was sick. Cowboys at Redskins at 4 p.m. Why? Fuck, man. The Cowboys destroyed the Redskins both times last year. Why do this at 4 p.m. again, for crying out loud? And then Rams at 49ers Sunday night. Right on the mark. Remember that incredible Thursday night game last year was like 41-39? That was sick. That one I'll definitely be looking forward to. And then Monday night, Giants at Falcons. What the fuck? Oh boy, Eli, you better get ready to get your ass on the turf a lot, because they're going to be sacking you like crazy. That was a really head scratcher, as I literally did scratch my head there. Alright, so now we're almost halfway there. Week 9 is like the halfway point. Alright, so as we're nearing the end of October, that will be the Dolphins at Texans. I was about to say I thought they played last year, but no, they actually didn't. If Ryan Tannehill can come back healthy and J.J. Watt, Marshall Darius, Deshaun Watson can come back healthy and actually play good, that could be interesting, but I'm not so sure about that one. And then we get to the Eagles at Jaguars, the final London game, which I wished was Monday night. Why couldn't they do that? That's why I wanted so badly. Oh, God. And then the Broncos at Chiefs, Browns at Steelers, Redskins at Giants, Seahawks at Lions. That could be interesting. Buccaneers at Bengals, Jets at Bears, Ravens at Panthers. That could be interesting if it's a defensive struggle. And then the Colts at Raiders. If Andrew Luck, if he's healthy and plays, Derek Carr gets back to his former self, that'll be awesome. 49ers at Cardinals. The Packers at Rams, that'll be interesting. Saints at Vikings Sunday night. Oh, that's going to be awesome. The rematch of the Minneapolis Miracle. Oh, boy. Wow, who would have thought that game would end the way it did? That was unbelievable. And then the Monday night one. Patriots at Bills? Why? The Bills and the Patriots destroy the Bills when they play them, for God's sake, the last, couple years for Crown Law. Why do that? Oh, what a terrible decision that was. Oh, Christ. If only Eagles at Jaguars Monday night. Oh, that sucks. That hurts so much for me. All right, so now, week 9, Raiders at 49ers Thursday night. That will be very interesting. Look forward to that as we get into November now. The Bears at Bills, Buccaneers at Panthers. That could be interesting. Chiefs at Browns, Jets at Dolphins, Steelers at Ravens. You know I'm going to be forced to see that. I'll look forward to that. Lions at Vikings now. The Vikings are so much better than the Lions, but remember the Lions have beat the Vikings in Minnesota the last 2 years, so that could be very interesting. Falcons at Redskins, look forward to that. The 4 p.m. games, Texans at Broncos, Chargers at Seahawks, that'll be great. The Rams at Saints, that's going to be an offensive shootout, but the last bunch of years when the Rams play there and at the Saints, they've been blown out. If it was at the Rams, that would have been very interesting, because that's a much better case. Packers at Patriots Sunday night? NFL, what are you doing? You did this back in 2010 when they last played on Sunday night. Only difference was the Packers were actually good that year. They didn't have Aaron Rodgers this year. So far, that schedule that Albert Breer tweeted out, it's been correct so far with the Patriots games. Why? Why not have it the Vikings on Sunday night? That would have been sick. The #1 defense going into Foxborough to play Tom Brady. Oh, God, you always fuck up with the schedule. And then we get to Monday night, Titans at Cowboys. If they can actually play like the 9-7 teams are supposed to be, even though they underachieve, that would be very interesting. But something tells me that's not going to happen. All right, now we're getting into week 10 now. Panthers at Steelers Thursday night. That'll be interesting, and how funny, too, because the last time Panthers were at Steelers in 2010, that was also a Thursday night game. Matter of fact, I think it was the last Thursday night game of that year, too, so that's kind of interesting. I'm glad they picked that. The Saints at Bengals. That could be interesting to see how the history went with them. Falcons at Browns. Falcons, don't underestimate the Browns. They actually done really good when they host you. Dolphins at Packers. Watch out, Packers. Dolphins embarrassed you last time you hosted them in 2010. Jaguars at Colts. Lions at Bears. Cardinals at Chiefs. Patriots at Titans. That could be interesting, although I'm sure the Patriots will destroy them like they've done the last bunch of years when they visit them. Redskins at Buccaneers. Bills at Jets. Chargers at Raiders. Seahawks at Rams, because that was a defensive struggle last time, so that will be very interesting if that happens. Cowboys at Eagles Sunday night. Now, the last 3 years, I actually gave them a little bit of praise for actually picking Eagles at Cowboys for Sunday night, but those last couple games, that was close. Last year was not close. The Eagles destroyed the Cowboys when they went down to Arlington, and the Cowboys won in a shutout at the end of the season last year only because the Eagles rested the starters. Why do this for Sunday night? What a terrible decision. There's really no one that can compete with the Eagles right now in the NFC East, for God's sake. And then Monday night, Giants at 49ers? Okay, they really have drunk the Kool-Aid on Jimmy G, but fucking Giants suck, for God's sake, and the 49ers still are not necessarily that good either. Why so many games for both of them? Let's see, I think that's 4 night games for the Giants, even though they went 3-13 last year. I think that's 4 night games for the 49ers right now, although some of them are deserved. Not 4 of them, though. Come on. That's ridiculous. Oh, my God. It's like NFL schedule, like I say, every year, they always get them right on the mark, and then there are times where they shit the bed and get them completely wrong. All right, off to week 11. Packers at Seahawks Thursday night. That'll be interesting after all these years playing Lambeau, finally going back to CenturyLink Field, their first time there since that blowout loss that the Packers blew at 19-7 lead. That'll be interesting. Bengals at Ravens. That will be definitely looking forward to that. See how the Ravens get their revenge from their loss last year. Vikings at Bears. Finally not going to be Monday night the last 2 years, for crying out loud. Panthers at Lions. That went right down to the wire last year. That's going to be big. The Titans at Colts. Cowboys at Falcons. I look forward to that, although the Falcons embarrassed them last year, so probably not. The Buccaneers at Giants. The Eagles at Saints. Wow, I'm surprised they didn't make that a later game or a primetime game. That would be very interesting. For crying out loud, that's really odd. Then the Texans at Redskins. Broncos at Chargers. Raiders at Cardinals. Ooh, Steelers at Jaguars Sunday night. I had a funny feeling that they might choose this, and they're going to actually do it. Oh, boy. The Steelers have history of struggling down in Jacksonville, and of course after they got their asses kicked, which I warned everyone last year that was going to happen, that would be very interesting to see that. Steelers at Jaguars, I'll look forward to that. And then the Monday night game, the Mexico City game, the Chiefs at the Rams, the first time they're going to play each other since the Rams moved out. So let's see, I wonder how the St. Louis fans will feel about this. That'll be quite interesting to see that. All right, down to the final 6 weeks. Here we go to Thanksgiving games. Oh, God. Again. Bears at Lions. Come on. You did that 4 years ago, for crying out loud. Do someone else. Redskins at Cowboys. You just did this 3 times now since 2012. Why? And they got blown out last time. That's a terrible choice. But Falcons at Saints, that will be perfect for Thursday night. These two suck. This one's going to be awesome. Wish they would think of something else better than that. But hey, I guess I can be happy it's not the Patriots like the last bunch of years. Matter of fact, I probably should have... Actually, they probably should have done the Jaguars for the Cowboys. And not Vikings since they played in the last 2 years. Maybe the Panthers. That would probably been interesting, even though Panthers played on Thanksgiving more recently than the Bears. I don't know. All right, then... Browns at Bengals, Seahawks at Panthers. Ooh, yeah! Remember that big rivalry they had so far this decade? That's gonna be sick. Jaguars at Bills. They gotta watch out for them because the Bills have had good history against the Jaguars. Raiders at Ravens. That's gonna be interesting since they're going back and forth the last bunch of years. Dolphins at Colts. 49ers at Buccaneers. Giants at Eagles. We'll see if the Patriots and Jets can play very close because that's how they've been the last bunch of years. Everyone always hoping gives the Patriots a win, but remember the Jets have played extremely close. Even the last 2 years when they were 5-11, they were right down to the wire. Don't underestimate the Jets. You can't. Then we get to the 4 p.m. games. Wow, just only 2? Cardinals at Chargers and Steelers at Broncos. Wow. Sunday night, Packers at Vikings. Well, I mean, it was technically closer. 13 points to the 16 shutout last year up in Lambeau, but really? That for Sunday night? I'm not so sure about that. Monday night, Titans at Texans. Really? The Texans destroyed the Titans. What was like 57-14 last year? Why that Monday night? Ugh, my God. And that's a lot, and I mean a lot of hoping and asking for that, Marcus Mariota better play good and the Titans better be good, and oh God, Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, and Marshall Darius, and the Texans, they better play good this year or this is going to be suck, which probably will be the case. Alright, now, what's going on with the mouse? There we go, week 13, as it's the Saints at Cowboys. As remember, the last bunch of years, they've done that now where teams that played on Thanksgiving play the next Thursday night. Really, the Cowboys again? Matter of fact, now that I think of it, the Cowboys have played that Thursday night game 3 years in a row. Remember, at the Vikings in 2015, hosting the Redskins last year, now hosting the Saints. I mean, that's a lot to ask for that the Cowboys to be good, but the Saints and Cowboys, when they go down to Arlington, they've been really close, so maybe we'll be lucky. Ravens at Falcons, how about that finally near the end of the year? The last bunch of years were like in October and such. That'll be very interesting down in Atlanta. Panthers at Buccaneers. Chargers at Steelers, that's going to be sick. Bears at Giants. Bills at Dolphins when the Bills got into the playoffs. Broncos at Bengals. This is like the 4th, 5th, 6th maybe year in a row they play against each other. That'll be interesting. Rams at Lions. Remember 2 years ago when the Rams were terrible, they had an offensive shootout against the Lions in 2016. Oh, can you imagine how awesome that will be as the Lions secondary sucks and the Rams secondary is full of crybabies that whine and bitch about everything. Oh boy, that'll be awesome. Sucks I won't be able to watch it though. Cardinals at Packers. Browns at Texans, the Colts at Jaguars, then we get the 4 p.m. games. Jets at Titans, not really a good 4 p.m. game, but if y'all don't know the NFL rules, when the Jets and Giants play, they usually make them play at different times and such, so I guess that makes sense for them, even though it's not really a good idea. The Chiefs at Raiders, that could be interesting, that wild finish they had last year. Oh, why? Why couldn't this been Sunday night against the Packers? Why? That would have been awesome. The almost Super Bowl matchup we had. Fuck you, NFL, putting Vikings and Patriots on at 4 instead of Sunday night. But at least the Ravens aren't going to be playing that time, so hopefully I'll be able to watch it. And then Sunday night, 49ers at Seahawks? Let me get this straight. Now, I'm sure the reason they did is, Richard Sherman's going to come back to town. Oh boy, Mayumi and her parents are going to be so upset when they see that. But is this like the 5th primetime game you gave the 49ers? Who, yeah, they finished 6-10 last year and looked really good. But remember, they started off 0-9 last year. 5 night games, perhaps, I think. NFL, you're putting way too much faith on the 49ers to do good this year. You are crazy having this for Sunday night, even though I think the last 2 years they've been pretty close when they go up to CenturyLink Field, but not a really good idea. It should have been Vikings at Patriots instead. Redskins at Eagles Monday night again. That last year was offensive, really close offensively, but the Eagles kind of blew out and spanked the Redskins in both games, so I'm not so sure about that one. All right, now off to Week 14. Jaguars at Titans Thursday night. That'll be interesting since they both were very, well, actually, no. When the Jaguars visited the Titans, that's when it was really close. It was when they were at the Jaguars when they blew them out. That'll be very interesting between the two teams that fought for the AFC South pretty much last year. Jets at Bills, Giants at Redskins, Redskins at Saints at Buccaneers, I mean to say. That could be very interesting since it was so close last year. Patriots at Dolphins. Remember, like I said the last bunch of years, do not underestimate the Dolphins when they host the Patriots. They can beat them, as they did last Monday night. Ravens at Chiefs, that'll be interesting. Colts at Texans, Rams at Bears, Panthers at Browns, Falcons at Packers. If the Packers can get healthy and actually perform like they should, that'll be interesting. Broncos at 49ers, the Bengals at Chargers, the Eagles at Cowboys. I would say that'll be very good, but they got blown out last bunch of years, so not really. Lions at Cardinals, Steelers at Raiders Sunday night. That would be interesting because remember 3 years ago when they went down to Heinz Field, they put up an offensive blowout right there that game. It was exciting. But of course, you can't underestimate me. Of course, the Raiders kind of suck, especially defensively. So Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Big Ben, they're gonna probably torch that terrible defense. Vikings at Seahawks Monday night. That will be very interesting. Oh, boy. Man, I'm sure Miami's going to be miserable going 2 straight night games in a row. Oh, boy. And then we get to here we go. Now we're going to start getting the Saturday night games. So, Chargers at Chiefs again? Chargers at Chiefs again for Thursday night? Just like last year? You do remember the Chiefs blew out the Chargers last year. If you're going to do this again, you should have been at the Chargers instead since it was that close. Oh my god, the NFL, you're so stupid sometimes. And then what? 2 Saturday games at the same time? Browns at Broncos, Texans at Jets? Huh? That doesn't make much sense. And they're on the same network too, so I wonder how that's going to work out. Guess we'll have to wait and see in December. And then Packers at Bears, Lions at Bills, Buccaneers at Ravens, Cardinals at Falcons. That's always really close. You got to watch out for that. Raiders at Bengals, Titans at Giants, Dolphins at Vikings, Redskins at Jaguars, Cowboys at Colts, Seahawks at 49ers, the Patriots at Steelers, the matchup that everyone keeps bragging about is going to be the AFC Championship Showdown, only the Steelers shit the bed like always. That'll still be very interesting since they've always been like pretty close. Oh, hell yeah. Eagles at Rams Sunday night. Hopefully Carson Wentz can be healthy for this. Can you imagine him and Jared Goff if he actually doesn't shit the bed and be like more like 2016? Oh, this will be great if that happens. And then Monday night, Saints at Panthers? You do remember the Saints destroyed the Panthers 30-13, right, in Week 3 last year. If you're going to have the Saints and Panthers play each other Monday night, do it at the Saints. That was, although they got blown out, I think, the last time. Remember that wild card game was very close. And that's another thing, too. Wild card game. That's another reason why you should do it at the Saints instead of the Panthers. That could be interesting, but not at the Panthers. All right, now we get to Thursday night game this year, huh? That's a little bit interesting. So, anyways, the Giants at Colts, Texans at Eagles, Jaguars at Dolphins, Redskins at Titans. That could be interesting. Packers at Jets, Bengals at Browns, Buccaneers at Cowboys, Vikings at Lions. That'll be interesting. Bills at Patriots again. It's Week 16. Falcons at Panthers. Ravens at Chargers. That'll be sick. Since they've gone right down to the wire the last bunch of years when they played out in, I was about to say San Diego, but in Los Angeles, that'll be great, though. Bears at 49ers. Rams at Cardinals. Steelers at Saints for Sunday, 4 p.m. That'd be awesome. The Chiefs at Seahawks for Sunday night. Why not the Steelers at Saints? That's what I thought they were going to actually do this year. That would have been a much better Sunday night game. Not the Chiefs at Seahawks. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. And then the final Monday night game on Christmas Eve. The Broncos at Raiders. Oh, it sucks that Keith Tilley's no longer going to be there. Oh, that's right. Michael Crabtree's gone too, so we're not going to get that awesome fight between them again. So I don't know why they would really pick this since they both sucked last year. And that game really was like more defensively, even though it's more of my thing. I'm Kind of surprised they would pick that for Monday night. All right, then. So here we go. And I also noticed, yay, the Ravens played the Bengals the first bunch of weeks this year. So that means they're not going to play them the last week of the season, finally, after all these years. So now we get to the final week of the season. As we now take a look at the division games, as Browns at Ravens, finally something other than the Bengals for once. Dolphins at Bills, Eagles at Redskins. That'll be interesting if the Redskins don't shit the bed. The Colts at Titans. The Lions at Packers. That's nice that it's at the Packers instead of the Lions, but they played each other the last 3 years at the end of the season. Do someone else for once for them. Jaguars at Texans. Raiders at Chiefs. Bears at Vikings. Oh my god, they've played each other the last 3 seasons in a row for the season finale, for crying out loud. Do something else. Jets at Patriots again. Panthers at Saints. That could be interesting. Cowboys at Giants. Bengals at Steelers. Finally, they play each other at the end of the season for once. Falcons at Buccaneers. Then we get to the 4 p.m. games. That'll be interesting if they play good. Chargers at Broncos. That was very close. Actually, that'll be interesting. 49ers at Rams. They were blown out here. Seahawks at Cardinals. Wow. That's the second year in a row. It's the 49ers at Rams and Seahawks at Cardinals. And, of course, we don't know what the Sunday night game will be, if they'll even do it, because remember, last year, they did not do the Sunday night game. They did them all at 4 p.m. So, that would be interesting. Hopefully, they'll do a Sunday night game this year. And that is the end of my recap for the 2018, the reaction, I mean to say, of the 2018 NFL schedule being released. There are some games that were spot on, right on the mark. And there are some games that, why on earth is that a night game? The teams are terrible. The teams should not have these many night games. You have them on the wrong night and such. As always in the NFL, they always do this every single year, screwing up the schedule. But in the end, I am still looking forward to the season. Let's go take a look at the Week 1 games again. Oh, man, I can't wait for Falcons at Eagles. That is going to be sick. Oh, boy, I can't wait for that. As I suffered severe football withdrawal since the last 2 months since the Super Bowl's been over. Oh, God. PFA, UFL, DCFL, and all my other leagues, they're just not enough. I need some more football in real life. Maybe the XFL should hurry up and get started soon so I could probably get some spring football going. So, that's the end of this recap. And, of course, if anyone's watching, for anyone that doesn't know anything about my channel, I do football leagues, too, as I mentioned before. I have one league called the PFA, which is in its 17th week in the regular season. After that, just 3 weeks remain, and I've already made the slides for its Week 17 video. I got to get to work on that video very soon, hopefully. And then I run another league called the UFL, which is already 4 weeks into its second season, the 2018 season. I got to start simulating Week 5 very soon. And also, for everyone that's watching too, I do my own Discord league football league called the DCFL, which I've already made the slides for everyone that's already wondering. I might later on tonight make the video for it, but I don't know if it'll be up tonight because it's going to be very late in the night before it goes up, so it might not go up till tomorrow, but it's going to be very soon for DCFL's Week 3 video, so be on the lookout for that. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait for Falcons at Eagles. That's going to be sick. And, what was it, September? Oh, yeah, September 6th. Oh, God, September 6th can't get here quick enough. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys then.